Let me ask you a question. How much do you value yourself? Or what is your self worth? I know for me, it's a lot. And most of the time, when you're going to be dealing with corporate and other things or surrounding, it can be friends, family, or whatever, they don't value the same things you do all the time. There can be a lot of differences with that. But one common difference is corporate life or franchises, no matter where you go. For prime example, wherever you work, you're going to give your all to it usually. If you like the job, or even if you want to keep the job, you usually put your best foot forward. But a lot of times, your best foot forward doesn't get back what you felt that is worth you putting your best foot forward. You're not going to be compensated for your efforts, especially starting from going to school and getting my license in the massage therapy field. You go to franchises, and which I explained before, you only get like $20, 20 $25 a client. Unless you don't have a client, you end up getting 8 or $10. But this topic of valuing your self-worth is two ways to look at it. Some of you may look at it as value yourself worth, and some may look at it as value your self-worth, because only you are going to feel, or I should say only you are going to desire to be treated or valued a certain way. And I say value a lot, so let me get straight to it. As you continue to be the best version of yourself, everybody's not going to understand you. If you go to corporate job, if you go to, if you want to do franchises, whatever you do, wherever you are, even though this is a massage therapy channel, this applies to all. It doesn't matter where you go. In the corporate world, you're going to work and be seen as many others is working. If it's a fast food restaurant, you're just one of the people that's help operating the day-to-day tasks. If you're a massage therapist, you're just another massage therapist operating the day's tasks, the amount of the clients they got coming in, retail, so forth and so forth. But hopefully you see you more than, or you'll definitely see you more than others will see you, but hopefully you even see you more than you claim to see you. Because like I said, everybody's not going to understand you. So since everybody's not going to understand you or your vision, if you got dreams or whatever, so forth, they try to make you fit their understanding. I'm going to say that again, because people do not understand you most of the time. Majority of those people, if not all of those people that don't understand you, are going to try to make you fit their understanding. A lot of people write people off because they don't get where they're coming from, especially if you have vision. But you do know whatever you feel that you deserve to be compensated for, if it's job wise, how you feel to be treated, if it's just situational wise, it can be relationship, it can be friendship, it can be whatever. You're the only one that feels the way that you feel. And the crazy thing about it is a lot of people don't feel the way you feel. So let's start with you. If you don't feel that you deserve to be happy on a day to day, you don't feel that you deserve to be, if it's work related, compensated the way you deserve to be compensated, you put a lot of energy into that, especially if you're doing a massage session. You put a lot of energy into the sessions. And if you feel that's only value $20, then hey, they're going to meet your requirement. But most of the time, I know when I get into massage sessions, I put a lot of energy and a lot of effort into that. And I value and see myself way more than majority, if not everybody around me. But most likely not everybody, but majority, like 98%, excluding clients, excluding the ones that understand y'all know who you are. But majority of everybody else, even family members, mostly family members, they don't get where I'm coming from. They can't relate to what I'm doing. So again, they try to make me fit their understanding. I have a huge vision, and don't let anybody distract you from that vision. Don't try to let anybody tell you how you supposed to be you. Only you can tell you how to be you. And if they don't get it and they're giving you negative energies or trying to make you feel guilty or trying to say which is wrong, sometimes people even try to put religion into the fact. Oh, God don't like that. As if God told them, tell him I don't like that. As if God is incapable of talking to you himself or the universe or whatever you may believe in. Don't let anybody distract you from your vision, because you are the only one that's going to pay you or that's going to value your self-worth the most. So most of the time, you're going to have to put yourself in a position. And even you can get in the way of your true self-worth value. How? By not believing you can do what you actually are capable of doing once you put your mind to it, once you're committed. It's going to be hard. You're going to be going through all kinds of thunderstorms and trials and tribulations and struggles. You're going to go through it all. But it's a reason why they say it's a cost to be the boss. That's the cost that you have to pay. A friend of mine said, brick walls are not up to stop you. They may slow you down, but they're not designed to stop you. It's how bad do you want it? You may have to take a detour around. You may have to climb over. You may have to dig through it. And you may have to just bust straight through it. But if a brick wall or a wall that's in front of you that's delaying you where you're trying to go, and if you're not committed and you don't feel that you're worth what's behind that wall, then it is going to stop you. But at the end of the day, is you're going to have to fight for you, starting with you. Your emotions are going to get in your way. If you're afraid of this, you're going to have to conquer your fears to get to it. If you're afraid of tests, you're going to have to take the test. If you're insecure, you're going to have to be secure with yourself. If you have a mental challenge, you're going to have to think positive. If you just flat out scared or have a fear what you're capable of doing, then you're flat out going to have to just be brave with courage and belief in yourself that you can make the impossible possible. I remember when I got started with massage therapy, when I went to school, I was talking to my uncle and I was like, man, I'm really thinking about going to school to do this. I'm really thinking about doing this. And my uncle was like, I don't think you should. Because at that time, what you didn't know, I was married at that time. Divorced now. And I truly believe if I did not divorce, you would not see me today. This would not be here. Because I didn't get support there either. 99% of the time. It was very toxic. It was very verbally abusive. It just wasn't a good fit at all. And that was one of the walls that was trying to keep me from being where I'm at today. That's part of the Zodiac experience that I didn't say. But I knew I had a bigger task at hand and I wasn't getting the support that I needed. Also, through that Zodiac experience, I have 2 boys, 2 sons. I was also fighting and going to court on a continuous basis. I got 20 papers of just summaries of trying to see my oldest son and be in his life and show him that his father wants to be in his life, that his father loves him, that he wants to be a role model, that you can do anything you put your mind to it. Not only I'm going to tell you that, I'm going to show you so you can see for yourself what's possible, believing in yourself. and not allowing anybody to dictate how you're supposed to be, how far you can go, what you can do. That's up to you. Because at the end of the day, the only one that's going to be there through it all, no matter what, is the person in the mirror. And as long as you feed in to whatever you try to feed in, if others is the one that validates you, validate yourself. Don't be afraid to stand alone and believe in a vision that only was given to you. They're not going to understand, but they will see. But that is only determined by you. They will see. And it's up to you not to show them. It's up to you to show you that you are worth what you say you are. No job is going to be here. Today is an interesting time and an interesting day where we just got done with, we're not even done yet, but going through the lockdown 2020, going through COVID, it is more people now today in 2022, April 29th, as I'm recording this. It's more people today believing in themselves, waking up, taking their power back. Because corporate, they just saw and now being awoken to, oh, we're just a number. You're not going to take care of us. There's no job security. So I got to secure myself because I'm putting my destiny in your hands, in the corporate hands, in the franchise hands. And I'm not saying every single one of them don't do their best to try to do what they can do, but at the end of the day, it's up to you to have your own freedom and live your life the way you want to live it. Colleges is on the most part depending on what you're going for, but a lot of people ain't going to college anymore. It doesn't fit the criteria because college is made to go in debt to learn this, unless you're trying to be a doctor or something that's going to require 4 to 8, 10 years of education. A lot of people are just developing skills or going to trades. That's the new way. Getting their license to do a skill that they can depend on because they know, regardless if they are in a corporate office or not, they the one have the skill. As a licensed massage therapist, I'm the one that can do the massage. I am, which we were informed from school. You know, they told we are the drug. We are the one that people are going to. I don't want to say addicted because I don't want to say a strong word, but we are the ones that they discover can make them feel much better, can help them beyond their own imagination. If you're an esthetician, you are the ones to make are the ones that can make someone feel incredible, giving them, you know, working with their skin, and they may be insecure, they may have acne, they may have whatever, their eyebrows may be bushy, crooked, or whatever, but you are the one that they can go to and they put their trust in you to make them feel incredible about their own self, knowing, oh, I didn't know my skin could feel like this. If you're a hairstylist and you have that skill, you can make someone hair look incredible. From a barber standpoint, you know what I mean? Shout out to Blaze Becky. Shout out to my barber. It's incredible to be a part of the transformation that one with skill can help you do. Can help build up your confidence, can help you feel better, get rid of migraines or headaches or etc. It goes beyond that. But like I said, do you value yourself worthy of having that? Because there's things you can do to go along the way to help, but if you don't even feel like you deserve it, then what we doing it for? But like I said, if I didn't get that divorce, going all the way back to I was married during this time during the school. I, you know, at that time, my ex wife, I was like, hey, I'm thinking about doing this, and you know what she said? Oh, you just trying to rub on people. I mean, her voice wasn't that deep, so I mean, oh, you just trying to rub on people. That's a better. That's better. But whatever. I'm like, no, I really am passionate about what I'm doing in this, and that turns into a big old argument because, oh no, no, you ain't trying to be controlling. So at the same time, I'm trying to fight for me or what I feel and what I deserve and what I have rightfully worked my way to, she was one to try to stop it. Same time going through this time, trying to see my oldest child, because my ex-wife had, I got two boys. My ex-wife has, during this time, we had our youngest. My oldest was by another woman, and she was trying to prevent me from seeing my oldest child. Still to this day, I have to fight that battle. My youngest, my ex-wife, my youngest, they, that's a better situation. But still to this day with my oldest, because of maybe bitterness, I don't understand a man that wants to be a father to his kids, why any woman will try to take that away. All because of bitterness or however she feels. They want to, the ones that are bitter. These are not for all the mothers. There are mothers that actually don't interfere. But my oldest, the one that gave birth to him, she is one of the ones I'm talking to with this one. I have no respect for any woman that wants to try to manipulate their own child's mind and try to make them feel a certain way about their father or the other parent. That's not cool. But at the end of the day, it did nothing but help me be who I am to this day. Stronger, better. So I utilized my time to get to this point where it can't be denied. Where my son is proud of who I became and proud of what I've done. He goes to school and he said, "Oh, my father is this." So proud that, and it makes me feel good to know that, his friends, "Oh, that's not your dad." See me on Google and everything. "That's not your dad." How you gonna tell me who my dad is? I'm the fourth. He's the third. I'm the third. He's the fourth. But I was speaking as if I was him. I'm the fourth. He's the. You know what I'm saying? But this is a very important thing, no matter the obstacles and everything. From the uncle, I don't think he's doing that. No offense, he just didn't see the vision to where I was doing. That's not their fault. But it can be taken like, "Oh, I don't get no support." You're gonna feel alone through it. You're the one with the vision. Nobody else sees this. You do. It can be taken however you want to take it, but it's up to you however you take it to make it into something respectable, worth seeing. That depends on you. It's the reason why I go so hard, because my vision is to make sure I can create generational wealth. I do this for my clients and I do this for my boys. Not in that order. My boys first, but my clients. This is why I go as hard as I go. This is why I do this. This is why I developed this podcast, so you can see it all. And out of that, I still graduated. And I was, people gonna get in your way so much. Even when I graduated from Indiana Wellness College, they posted a highlight video and of me explaining what I went through. They wanted to highlight it. And my oldest son's, the person that gave birth to him, cousin. So son's mom, cousin, made a comment, "Oh, I don't agree with you all putting this bum up." Like, the whole family hates me. You're hating on a college because they gave an opportunity and I graduated and made myself better. So you hate? People gonna hate you regardless. Because they don't understand you, because you're not doing what they think you should do. You're not doing what they expect of you. You're not doing it, so you a bum. Really? Only you can define you, ladies and gentlemen. You define yourself for who you are. And when you truly define yourself and you truly be who you are believed to be, and you walk that path, you talk that path, people around you that sees it will speak for you. You won't have to say anything. Go look at my Google review. 5 stars. Not 4, not 2, not 3, not 1. 5 stars from only over 42 people, and it's still growing. Perfect every time. I don't have to say My sessions are great, even though other therapists, oh, it's cringy, which is what inspired the cringe versus educational video. Oh, I wouldn't associate myself with you, or this or that. The world is going to talk about you. But like I said before, the only thing that matters is the person that's looking in the mirror. Do you value your self-worth? Do you think you're worthy of happiness? Do you think you're worthy of a great day every day? That's a question to ask yourself. Because understand, along your journey, people are going to talk. People are going to try to distract. People are going to try to intimidate you. They don't know that, I've been threatened on this journey by my oldest person that gave birth to my oldest, try to put me in all kinds of bad situations. And if I reacted to it, I wouldn't be here to this day. All because of bitterness. All because I'm doing better than anybody thought I would. All because I'm shining. Anything is possible. You look online and you look at the salary or whatever you go. That's just by the average person. For prime example, you look up, you go in massage therapy salary for a massage therapist. We'll probably say here in Indiana is 55 to 60,000. Only you define how much you make. That's corporate. They're adding your $25 if you make that with tips every hour. You can make possibly this 55, 60,000. But I just showed you with the event what I talked about before. I made $1,000 in a couple of hours that it took me 2 weeks to make. I got paid for one event at a school working only 6 hours, and I made over $2,000. And it's not about money. It's just giving you an example of you define you. Do what you desire to do. Be who you desire to be. You're the only one to have the voice for that. Nobody else. You do. So just because it says on Google you can make 55, 60,000 as a therapist, a massage therapist, don't mean that's what you can make. You can make 6 figures easy if you want to. All you got to do is do the math. Meet 4 clients a day, 5 days. If you can make $500, right? Just say each session you do is $100, average the 25. If you do a great job, that's why it's important to put your best foot forward. You get 4 of those, so 125. There's $100 session, $25 tip. 125 times 4, that's $500, 5 days. That's 2,500, 4 weeks out of a month, 10 grand. It's 12 months. You do the math. 120,000 easy. You can easily double this, and I didn't even say weekends. That's just Monday through Friday. And there's so many other things you can do, like this podcast. You can advertise that, get a YouTube channel, merch, create your essential oil, do events, do whatever, do whatever you want to do is up to you. You are the value. And if you don't value yourself at a high level, or if you don't value yourself at all, then you are going to fall victim to wherever somebody else value you as. You are going to fall victim if you're in a relationship and you don't necessarily have those commitments. You are going to fall value to that. Right? You are going to fall victim if you're in a relationship and there's clients out there that's in a relationship that don't want their significant other getting or their girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever, don't want them getting a massage because they're insecure. Because they're intimidated by the therapist, they're intimidated by whoever's helping them, right? They're intimidated that they are going to make them the person they love or care about feel a way that they can't, so they get intimidated by that and thinking, oh, that person's going to take my person, my who I care about, her or him, however, right? Oh, so no, you can't do it, so I can greater my chances because I'm insecure with myself. Because you're gonna get reminded that someone's better out there, so you're gonna leave me behind. No, don't get a massage. No, don't do this. So they cringe at the whole situation, try to downplay it, or try to control the person to prevent them from doing that. Prevent them from opportunities if they're in school. You know, I was told once that, you know, I'm gonna leave that alone. But if you're in school as an esthetician and you get an opportunity or whatnot, and you try to share that with someone, and they be like, I don't know. Say you get an opportunity at an event, right? And all the person says that's in charge of the event, just give me 50% and you can keep going, right? And this other person that's like, cool, right? That's cool. But then they try to bring a friend, and their friend is like, 50% is a lot. Well, first of all, nobody knows who you are. This is an opportunity for you to go forward and to kind of get your name brand and stuff out there. If you want 100%, you want more value, then how about you throw the event? Are you going to, and then see how much value, because value, in a way, I know this can sound contradicting, but you have to start with your value first. And then once you start with your value, you try to throw an event, you try to do something. Usually people support you based off of the value you show, right? But it starts with your self-worth. And once you believe in your self-worth, and once you keep going and you set this price and you do all of this stuff, right? And you get people that's going to take chances, and then they validate, like, yeah, you are worth that. From the one you start, and you keep going and you keep going, and next thing you know, you got this following, and you don't have to speak for it. Everybody's going to speak for you because you do an incredible job, because you see yourself higher than what everybody else says. You see yourself worth more than what these corporates and stuff doing. Like I said, everybody's waking up. Since the COVID happened, everybody's waking up and doing their own thing, right? But back to the story, and then I'll go back to the other story. But back to the story, you do that, but you talking about 50%, and now that's too much or whatever, whatnot. Maybe if you can do your own and you want 100%, then do your own. See what the outcome is. But if you don't even see yourself worth that at all, if you do, no problem. But you also got to back it up. You can't start off thinking I'm worth a million, and you got to work your way up to a million. You got to work your way up to your self-worth, but you have to believe in you first. It starts with you, and then people starts believing in you, and it grows from there. It snowballs effect. But if you're just starting out, then you need to be looking at opportunities to showcase your worth. So don't get greedy and everything like that when you're doing the groundwork and you're just starting off. You have to show that you're worth that, and you have to believe you worth that, because this individual let their other, whoever they're in the relationship, get in their head. Oh, you need all the money, you need whatever, right? But that's a deeper rabbit hole. We'll leave that alone. It starts with you, what you worth. People gonna get in the way, even if you live in the same house with them, even if you was brought up or raised with them. It don't matter who they are. They are going to get in the way. You are the only one that sees your vision, your value, and you is up to you to believe in that first, and then they'll start carrying on once you develop it and you grow it. But like I said, COVID changed everything. Now it seems like anytime you go to a restaurant or a fast food place or whatever you go, what ends up happening is you getting two sides of the spectrum. And the ones in the middle is one that's waking up. You're either getting the young teenagers or the young adults, anywhere from I would say 24 years of age down to 14, that 10-year time span. Or you're getting the ones that's already done it, that's retired, 60 years old, give or take, plus more. However, once you get the ones that's older than that, that's lived life, that's did what they want to do. I'm not saying like they're done, they're ready to go. I'm not saying that, just the ones that's been through it all and are just on cruise control and just living their day, and they don't live above here trying to build here. They already did what they wanted to do. They're just giving back to who they want to give back to, spending their time, part-time job or whatever, just to do something with their day. Those are the best service you're going to get. But most likely you're going to run into these young adults that wants to party. The service is not going to be that great because they're looking at trying to go to the movies or hang with their friends. They're not going to be focused on the task at hand like that. And this is not for every single one of them. But more than likely, a lot of people around that time or age bracket are going to give you service, and then it is nobody really cares anymore. Everybody just want to do their own thing, a party around that age, which is fine. That's why not. There's nothing wrong with that. But it used to be everything between 25. It was a lot more in this mindset. I would say 25, give or take, up to before 60. It used to be that was the base of everybody depending on job. Oh, I need to go to college, get an education, go do that. And then I go into here. I'm waiting on opportunity. I fill out a couple of applications. I fill out this. This is why I say college is no more. Because after you went to corporate, after COVID happened, everybody's like, oh no, this ain't no job security. I'm not being taken care of the way I feel I should be taken care of. I'm worth a lot more than that. And it's not, this is everybody. People start waking up and it's like, you know what? I'm the one that got the skill. Without me, without us, without however many of it, this won't float. So everybody went their own. Like where I'm at now, a lot of people, like, I feel sorry for salons. Oh my gosh. Especially when you get something like Solar Salon, My Phoenix, Salon Loft, barbering, hairstylist, anything of service. Everybody is like, you know what? I do this myself. Especially massage service, like massage therapy. I do this myself because I'm the one doing the work. Without me, it doesn't happen. You need me for it to happen. You're just providing this corporates and franchises. You're just providing the building. You're just providing the place that I need to do it. But I don't need this place to do it. I can do it outside. As long as I got a table and lotion, it's on, and linens, it's on. Like, I do my thing. They're coming to see me anyway. This is just a location they're coming to see. But the thing is, the location and the corporate or whatever, that's where everybody feels is safe. And that's the misunderstanding. It's safe there. Usually people kind of go in there. There's situations that's happened before, but that's not the normal. It's the name brand is where I'm getting at. The branded name. Oh, this so and so or this place. I'm not giving. But I'm gonna go to this franchise. They usually do a good job, and it's all about the conveniency. And they're like, oh, if this therapist leave, I can go to this therapist. This therapist, I go to this therapist, and that's because they don't value massages like that. They value enough to get a massage, but they most of the time it's not about who's really giving them the massage as long as they get the massage. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter how many switches that may happens to them, and that's a lot of people nowadays. Until that person come across a good therapist that really takes it seriously and then have a massage, the best massage they ever had in their life, then it's like, oh no. I done had plenty of clients told me you really, really destroyed massage therapy for me. And I'm like, what? How? What happened? Like, huh? Really? He was like, no, not in a bad way. It's just I can't go to nowhere else. Anywhere I go, if it's a resort, if it's one of the franchises, if it's on a vacation, wherever I go, I always compare them to you, and they don't take it. They don't care the way you do. They don't approach it the way you do. They don't put as much effort into it the way you do, and it makes me not want a massage for them because I'm thinking about, man, Alonzo would have done this. Alonzo would have done that. I would have felt better. I was floating. I felt like I was on a hoverboard all day. Oh my God. You know why? It's because they are part of this. They don't value it the way I do, or the way other licensed massage therapists that have their own practice do. It's their bread and butter. It's their livelihood. It's what takes care of everything. And it's not just, already know what I'm about to say. You already know what I'm about to say. But again, it starts with you. It ends with you. It begins with you. It goes back to the question: do you value yourself? Is it worth standing up for you, regardless of anybody getting your way? It can be husband, wife, family, or whatever. None of them's gonna get what you get. None of them's gonna see what you see. Then those will be the same people. Once you actually follow through with it, they're gonna come back and say, "No, you know, how you doing? How you doing? You know." Or you make a post and you do something good, next thing you know, and they see the post, because a lot of family members or relatives or friends or people that you think that's really in your corner only get reminded when you do something big. You post something up, the next thing you know, and of doing something of a good accomplishment or something to be proud of, and then they ain't speak to you this whole time, and all of a sudden they give you a call. Hey, I thought I'd give you a call. They ain't spoke to you in 3 months. Not one word. But they catch one post and all of a sudden they're reminded. Really? We don't need the bandwagon. We don't need here and there. The people that care about you, you're going to hear from them. You don't have to wait months or 6 months, a year. Don't get me wrong. I know life gets in the way. Life kicks in for everybody. But I think everybody knows who really, really cares, because they're going to put that effort and you're going to match the energy. If they're not trying to talk to you like that, they're not trying to be involved like that, and you talk to them when you talk to them, then hey, give that same energy back. Talk to you when I talk to you. But don't try to talk to me or whatever now that you see I'm doing something great. Don't try to come around now that you was reminded when you saw on this, because a lot of people use social media to have their relationships. And those same people got the personal number to call them for it. They'd rather see it on Facebook. They'd rather see it on Instagram. They'd rather see it before them to be like, oh, that's a reason to call. Hey, I'm proud of you. Keep going. I mean, that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. But what's wrong with that is there's a disconnection. You could don't call when you see I'm doing something good. You can tell somebody really genuinely cares. But again, it starts with your worth. Do you see that the people that's in your life, if they're not giving you that positive energy, they ain't communicating with you, they ain't checking on you, or you ain't checking on them, or is mutual in between, however the situation may occur. If there's no action taking place within holiday to holiday, then what's to celebrate with you for? Are you only worth seeing you when I see you? Especially if they say they care. If they're your friend, family, or whoever. Sometimes you got to be alone in order to get to where you're trying to get to, so you can focus the way you got to focus. Everybody's not going to put their energy into it. They just wait till the next holiday. And if they don't see you then, they see you the next holiday. But only you can dictate what you're worth. Because your value is not how much. Your value becomes time. Once you put time in, etc., that's where the value comes in. Right? But everybody's not going to see what you see. Everybody's not going to believe in you the way you believe in you, if they believe at all. Everybody's not going to support you the way you support you. And some simply because they can't do it, or they're insecure, or they're bitter, or whatever they may be going through, they try to put you in this clamshell and hold on and dictate how you should be doing it. All because if you do something great, you remind them that they can do better. And because they don't want to do better, they don't want to be reminded of you doing something great. Right? Like I said before, because they don't understand you, they would try to make you fit their understanding. And that's not right. I've been through hell and high water. I've been through it all. Fighting multiple journeys just to be me. Hearing, oh, well, we just thought you being wrote off from family members to whatever. Huh. He just, I don't know. Whatever. We ain't gonna worry about Lonzo. This is why I can relate to the clients that gets on this table. I know what it's like to be alone. I know what it's like to be misunderstood. I know what it's like once you're not doing it the way other people are doing it because you're doing it different. Oh, they frowned upon it. I know what it's like. And because they don't understand, you sometimes, I think you need counseling. No. Why would you think I need counseling? Or why? Because I'm talking? Because you think I need someone to talk to? The person I need to talk to is the person that is doing this day to day with me, and that's me. Some people may think, oh, you talk to yourself? Are you weird? Weirdo. But did you know majority of the successful people talks to themselves? They speak their thoughts out loud. I do this forever circle. I walk in circles like this, talking things out. And guess what? As I'm walking in circles, guess what got manifested out of this? The Zodiac Experience got manifested out of this. This podcast got manifested out of this. The memberships and other things I got working on got manifested out of this. The events got manifested out of this. Everything was created by the vision that was given to me, the gift that was given to me, and me talking it out to myself out loud, walking in circles in my living room. Brought this where I can enjoy every day. You already know the forever more to that. You already know all of that. And for ones that's been through it, that's going through it, it's something that you can't. It's the cost and the sacrifice that you put in to get you to where you do. And that's because you do value yourself. You do know your worth and you do fight for it. So it happens that way. And the ones that's made it out, hey, the ones that's made it out, you deserve a standing ovation. You deserve a salute. You deserve everything and more. Because regardless, like Tupac said, me against the world, regardless of what the world says, regardless of what anybody says, regardless of any family member, any relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, regardless, anybody said, you saw value in yourself. You stood up for you. You said that you're worth everything that you can imagine. And you're not dependent on somebody to see it. You saw it. And because you saw it, you're the one that went after it, and you're the one who got it. And for the reward, you can live your day every day the way you want to. The way that those people that don't understand, that works for corporate, that works for franchises, the way they don't understand, they can't do what you do because they didn't do what you did. You stood out there and you took care of it and you stood alone. Besides, if you had support systems and support them, the ones that should be celebrating with you. But the ones who don't know anything, that try to put you down, try to discourage you, try to distract you, try to do whatever they try to do to make you fit in some darn box. You deserve to stand an ovation I'm one of y'all and y'all are one of me, and we stand alone, and we are the ones that pushes the world forward by giving what hasn't been gave. Just because it doesn't exist doesn't mean it can't exist. Things exist all the time. Where I'm at, when I started my company, I wanted to get into sustainable energy, and that turned into me trying to do this and charging station. Oh, they already do charging stations. It's too late for that. So we need more infrastructure. That's why the sustainable energy cars outside of Tesla are having a trouble time because there's no infrastructure built like gas stations. Even if you want to be the gas station, oh, I'm gonna build a gas station. Oh, they got plenty of those. So where I'm at first, the only thing I ever thought of or heard of was Speedway, Shell, Kroger's, Sam Club, whatever, all those gas stations. Then all of a sudden, here comes Get Go. Where did Get Go come from? That's a new gas station, right? Even if they've been around for a while, they haven't been here, right? There was a saying that, so what if it's saturated? A saying that, talking about getting on YouTube. If you want to do YouTube, we want to do this. In a saturated world, it doesn't matter because what is missing is you. It doesn't matter if there's already esthetician. They don't have you in the esthetician industry. It doesn't matter if there's already licensed massage therapists. They don't have you as a licensed massage therapist. It doesn't matter if they don't have, this, or it doesn't matter whatever you try to do. It doesn't matter because you are the one who makes it unique. You are the service. You are the brand. It's because of you that exists, and it's because of you is what's missing out of the industry or whatever you're trying to get into. They need you because there's nobody to do it the way you do it. But again, it all starts with your self-worth. It all starts with how you see yourself. Because you're only going to go as far as you can see. We know the limit, but are you even looking up at the sky? Shoot for the moon, land, or shoot for the stars, land on the moon. What good is it if you're not even aiming? Oh, I can do anything. Yeah, you can do anything as a mindset, but faith without works is dead. It takes action. If you're not acting upon anything, don't expect anything. It feels good to talk about ideas or dreams. It feels good to be in that creative space, but you know what feels better? Being in that creative space and acting upon it to bring it into reality and manifesting it. Talking about ideas and concept ain't shit compared to creating it in the real world. Because then it becomes to, what else can I do? Okay, I did that. And now that exists. What else can I do? Ooh, I did that. Now that exists. Ooh, what else can I do? Oh. You become addicted to the process, which you should trust in the process to manifest. Once you understand the formula and you realize the only difference between a lot of people out there that's too afraid to take the leap of faith, that's too afraid to go and do their dreams, and is too afraid and don't see themselves valuable, don't see themselves what their self-worth is, and allowing somebody else to tell you what your worth is by giving you what you just accept. The only difference between them and the one that's making it happen is your mindset. It's not as hard as you think. Because even if you don't know how to do it, if you're committed and you truly want it, guess what? People that do know how to do it will start coming in your path and start helping you along the way. Start showing you what you didn't see. Start exposing you to what you wasn't exposed to. Then you can be like, oh man, this ain't as bad. It's just hanging in there. It's the process. It's changing your mindset. It's being committed. It's being disciplined. It's believing in yourself and telling yourself that you are worth it. Because you value you. Got me yelling in this mic. You value you. And as long as you value you, nobody else can tell you what your value is worth. Because your value and yourself and your value and your self-worth is going to be determined off of what you do, what you stand on, what you manifest, what you grow, what you build. It starts with that seed, but that seed got to dig its way out of the dark place, right? You may plant a seed in the idea and everything, but it's still you planted in a dark place, surrounded by nothing but dirt, nothing but negativity, nothing but hatred, nothing but discouragement, nothing but disbelief, nothing but down talking, nothing but all of that negative shit. But as it still focus and do what it's trying to do and scoot its way up and trying to build, trying to do this, regardless of what's going on, I'm still working my way up. No, I'm never giving up on me. I know that I'm worth this, and I know one day this is gonna turn around, so I'm gonna keep going. And all of a sudden, oh, here's a peak of light. All of a sudden, oh wow, there's a whole world that I didn't know exist. Just like labor, the baby's being in the belly of the mommy. It's dark in there until they start seeing that light. And all of a sudden, here's a whole brand new world. And the only people that can see is the ones that value their self worth. As licensed massage therapists, like I talk about with the cringe versus educate, people are always going to down talk you and say all kinds of negative. But I was having discussions with that with someone, and they were like, they don't talk about people that got that check breast for breast cancer. They don't cringe at that, do they? What is it, gynecologist? They got to check down there in the private parts. Is that cringy? Nah, you shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you should. You know what I'm saying? People are always going to have something to say. But it starts with you, ladies and gentlemen. It starts with you. Do you value yourself worth? Do you deserve what you say you do? And if you do, what are you doing to show that you are? Even if it's not getting results, soon the world will see. You just got to get to it, because the first person you need to believe is yourself. Once you start believing, no matter how long, and not giving up on yourself, and you still keep pushing, oh, they'll see. Value yourself worth. I know it's scary. I know it's lonely. I know that you feel like everybody's against you, but keep going. Stay focused. As long as you got you and you believe in you, you'll make it through. This is the cost, ladies and gentlemen, for transitioning to a new realm, a new level, a new dimension in life that you saw exist from other people living, knowing that, man, it would be nice to drive that, or to be here, or to travel that way, or to spend your life, or to do this, or to do that. You're working your way into what we call freedom. Like I talked about before, live your day to day doing exactly what you love to do, where you never have to work a day in your life. It's the cost to do, but it starts with you valuing. You have to start with you. No matter what anybody say, hang in there. And it seems like every time when you really start to do some jobs, you get fired. Going through that whole process when I was going through school, like I said, I said before, I lost my job. It seems like everybody that does that, they either going to quit or they've been forced to take a leap of faith. They either quit their job with a leap of faith, or their job get rid of them and force them to take a leap of faith. but that usually happens. I'm not saying every time, but a lot of that once you value yourself, it seems like corporate and you completely split ways. I heard countless of stories of someone either getting fired or being forced to quit or quit. However, that's because that door, the corporate door, is closing. The life that used to be is no longer anymore. You are completely separated from the regular party that everybody got to save up to go on a trip or pay this to go on a trip. And the regular, you're separated from that. You are now a part of the upper echelon, not saying that you're looking down on anybody, but you've reached a new level that gives you freedom and control of your life. You don't have to ask, oh, can I take this day off? You don't have to ask, oh, I got to take my son to work. I can't find a babysitter. You don't have to ask, oh, I got to go to the doctor. Can I have this day off? You don't have to ask, oh, can I get a vacation? You don't have to ask, can I leave work early? I got to go home. It's an emergency. There is no conversations of you having to have someone else dictate and value what you can do. And usually once you get to that point and you're almost in position or beginning to be in that position or already in a position, depending on what it is, when it's time for you to go to the upper echelon, all of a sudden, corporate America closes their door. You get fired or you quit, part ways, however. I got fired when I was at the high school to do school, and when I was at the franchise, I got fired from them too. But like I said, look what that produced and manifested. I still made it, and now I'm in a position where I say what I can do because I saw that I was worth this and way more. And the way more is coming to you all. The way more is you're going to see. Because now I can study it and master it and do what I do and add what I want to add and do what I want to manifest. I can do. I have the freedom. I have the time. I have the control. I have everything I want to do it. Because I see myself being worth that. I see myself way more valuable than anybody else is willing to pay me or willing to give me an opportunity. I don't need them to. I created my own. And for ones that I'm thankful for, my clients and everybody that believes in me supports that and wants to see bigger, wants to see more, wants to see what else I can do, and they are in agreement with me. So they do what they have to do to support me. And I'm not saying they're obligated, nobody's obligated, but they love what I'm doing and they support what I'm doing. So I don't have to say it, they do. Because I've been so great as a therapist to them and helping them as best way I can, and they can feel the care, they can feel the passion, they can feel what I put in my sessions, and now all of a sudden they're raving for me, like, oh, you got to go to him. From the male therapist sharing with their friend, or the male client sharing with their friends, oh, you need to go to my therapist. From the nurses to whatever, you want people raving and talking about you because you put your all out there and you know and believe what you are value and what you are worth. It will come back around. But it starts again with you. Do you see it? If not, look yourself in the mirror. Look yourself in the eye. In the mirror. You can't look yourself in the eye, but look at yourself. Go in the bathroom, look at yourself and say, what are you worth? And really contemplate on that and think about that for a couple of days. Because you are only going to be worth to yourself what you are willing to put action to. If you're worth more, then it's time to act. If you're not worth more than you think you are, don't do anything about it. Stay the course. And don't complain about it either, because that's what you chose to do. That's what you see your self-worth. So that's what it is. Because once you know more, once you see more, you'll do more. But you can't do anything if you don't even see it for yourself. Thank you for tuning in. Much love to you all. And I'll see you on the next episode. Thank you for tuning in. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you share, like, comment, and subscribe so you can get notified on the new uploads to the channel. If you're watching this on my website, thezodiacexperience.com, make sure you join the email list where you can get notified on new episodes or even a chance to join the live show, me and the audience, and even get some cool gear like this jacket and shirt. If you're listening to this on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple, iTunes, whatever you are, make sure you follow so you can get notified as well. And last but not least, if you're not following me on any of the social platforms, IG, Facebook, TikTok, etc., everything is at the Zodiac Experience. All the links, everything else could be found down below. Appreciate you tuning in. Once again, thank you. And remember to resync back to yourself.